Hi, my name is Allison, and I did my research on emerging adulthood, the psychosocial development part of that. So, there's this researcher, psychologist, named Jeffrey Arnett, and he describes this stage as the in between of being a teenager but also a full grown adult. The ages are usually around 18 to 25 years old when you're going through this stage. Um, in his TED Talk, he does say that 30 is the next 20, which he's kind of meaning from saying that is that a lot of the milestones that have happened in the past are now happening later in life, like marriage, having kids, becoming financially independent, moving out, all of that. And this stage usually is focusing on yourself, identity exploration, figuring out, who you are, going through changes, and also having optimism for the future. One part of this stage is identity. So this part is, figuring out who you are, where you want to be, what you want to do, and also, learning about, your different career paths, about where you want to go to school, what you want to do for work, even just right now, but also in the future, and also personal values, which that can also correlate with boundary setting. Figuring this out now can help you in the future. He says in his TED Talk that nobody really depends on you, which this can correlate to if you don't have kids. If you do have kids and you're this age, totally understand. But if not, this can show that the freedom that you have, you can also focus on yourself at this time. Another part of this stage is relationships. Relationships are super big. Friendships, couples, all of that. Marriage, figuring out what you want, all of that. Erickson's, I believe that's how you say it, he called this intimacy versus isolation, which is connecting with people without losing yourself. Another thing, which is instability, which is also super common, is people deal with changes in jobs, in school, and living situations. For me, I used to go to OU actually, and now I'm at TCC just for personal reasons. And with my job, I used to be a server I think it's coming on to a year ago, but now I'm working for a promotional company, which I absolutely love, and ended up being a better fit. And then same with living situations. I used to live somewhere else, and now I live with another person. Kind of, showing all of similarities of me as a 20-year-old, because I'm also in this stage, kind of correlating with everything. Another thing is optimism, hope for the future. Kind of even with challenges that you're going to experience during this stage, you have like so much possibilities that you can do if you set your mind to it, So for me, that's hoping to finish my degree out and becoming a teacher, and also continuing to grow from there. I never really think that you should stop growing. I think there's always room for improvement. And then to conclude on all of this, emerging adulthood is not about waiting around, but it's its own stage of life, kind of figuring out everything and getting everything situated in place so that later on in life, you already got that handled, basically. The main parts are identity, relationships, instability, optimism, all of that. And one quote or something that he said, Jeffrey Arnett, he said in his TED Talk at the very end, which really resonated with me, is that he said, "Make the most of your emerging adulthood freedom while it lasts." For me, that means learning, growing, and preparing for adulthood. I hope you like that. Thank you.